The renowned Stoic thinker Epictetus once said that the secret is to surround yourself only with those who lift you up, whose presence brings out your very best. You've probably heard the phrase, "You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with." Today, we'll explore this concept through a Stoic perspective. We'll uncover the 7 kinds of people who can derail your progress according to Stoicism, and how to handle these challenging relationships. Before we dive in, please like this video to help spread Stoic philosophy. If you haven't subscribed yet, I encourage you to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you won't miss any future videos. 1. The complainer. We all know someone, a friend, family member, or coworker, who always finds something to grumble about. Whether it's the weather, their job, or even the food at a well-known restaurant, they never miss a chance to voice their dissatisfaction. You might ask, why should I care? I can just ignore them, right? But it's not that simple. Constant exposure to this negativity drains your mental energy slowly, like a dripping faucet emptying your emotional reservoir. Stoicism teaches us to focus on practical solutions rather than getting stuck on problems. Imagine working with someone who complains non-stop during every meeting. The team's morale drops, the focus shifts away from progress, and soon you're feeling frustrated not just with the project but with life itself. So how can Stoicism help us with a complainer? There are a few tactics. First, limit your time with them whenever possible. If you can't avoid them, like if they're family or coworkers, try mentally detaching during their rants. Think of their complaints as a passing storm, noisy and unsettling but temporary and powerless against the unshakable mountain of your inner calm. Another strategy is to gently steer the conversation toward solutions or switch topics to something more productive. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. This timeless wisdom encourages us to protect our peace, ensuring the negativity of chronic complainers doesn't throw us off our Stoic path of resilience and virtue. 2. The drama magnet. Imagine your life as a ship sailing through calm seas, only to encounter a whirlpool. The drama magnet. This person seems to attract crisis after crisis, conflict after conflict, and like a whirlpool, they pull you into their chaotic vortex. At first, you might mistake their energy for passion or excitement, but soon you realize being near them is like navigating through a relentless storm, exhausting and perilous. What makes drama magnets so tricky is that their turmoil often feels personal. Their chaos becomes contagious. You may find yourself caught up in fights that had nothing to do with you originally. For example, a friend frequently falling out with different people in your social circle. Today, they're ignoring Sarah. Tomorrow, it's Tom. They come to you for advice, but the cycle never ends. And before long, you're also at odds with Sarah or Tom because you got involved. A helpful technique here is reflective listening. Instead of offering solutions or taking sides, repeat back what they say. If they say, "I can't believe Sarah said that about me," respond with, "So you feel betrayed by Sarah's words." This allows you to show empathy without getting sucked into the drama. Another seemingly counterintuitive approach is to be selectively unavailable. Stoicism teaches us to value our time highly. Sometimes that means stepping away from ongoing crises, especially those without resolution. Turn off your phone during focused work sessions or personal time, and make it clear you're not to be disturbed then. Seneca said, "True happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence on the future." This mindset helps you focus on the now, free from the chaos of drama magnets. 3. The naysayer. Picture yourself as an artist painting a canvas, each brushstroke adding color and life to your vision. Then the naysayer walks in, glances at your work, and starts criticizing. Are you sure about that color? It doesn't look realistic. Most artists never succeed. Their words are like gray paint strokes, dulling your vibrant picture. This isn't constructive criticism. It's a persistent cloud of doubt and negativity. Say you're excited about changing careers. You've researched, spoken to professionals, maybe taken courses. When you share this, the naysayer immediately lists all the reasons it won't work. The market is too tough. You don't have the skills. What if you fail? Their doubts start to seep into your own mind, and your confidence wavers. How do you respond to a naysayer, especially if it's someone close? One effective tactic is to ask for their advice instead of just sharing your plans. When people are asked to advise, they tend to give more thoughtful, less hostile feedback. Another approach is positive confrontation. Challenge their negativity with constructive questions. If they say, "You'll never change careers," respond, "That's interesting. How would you suggest someone make that transition successfully?" This deflects negativity and invites a more productive conversation. Remember Epictetus's wisdom: we have 2 ears and 1 mouth so that we can listen twice as much as we speak. Listening doesn't mean absorbing all negativity. It means filtering useful insights from noise. When naysayers cast doubt on your vision, step back, listen carefully, then keep painting your life's masterpiece in the colors that inspire you. Don't let anyone turn your vibrant creation into a dull gray landscape. 4. The victim. Imagine life as a chessboard. Every player has the same pieces and goal: to checkmate the opponent. You think strategically, make sacrifices, and take risks. The victim, however, blames the board, the pieces, or the opponent for every mistake. They see themselves trapped in checkmate, not because of their choices, but due to some external force. Their story is a never-ending tragedy with themselves as the helpless hero. I can't get ahead at work because my boss hates me. Or, I can't get fit because of my genetics. While some face real struggles and systemic barriers, the victim we're talking about uses their hardship as a permanent excuse, refusing to take responsibility for their actions or inaction. You might find yourself cast as their sidekick, always trying to rescue them. Imagine listening for hours as a friend blames every failed relationship on their exes. This wastes your time and may even encourage you to slip into a victim mindset yourself. What's your move? It can be tempting to play savior, offering endless advice and support. Stoicism warns against this. Instead, set firm boundaries to protect your peace. Use compassionate detachment. Show empathy and kindness, but don't rescue them from challenges they need to face alone. Offer a listening ear, but avoid becoming their perpetual problem solver. Marcus Aurelius said, "The best revenge is to be unlike him who caused the injustice." If you're drawn into the victim's story, resist becoming one yourself. Take control of your chessboard. Make your moves with purpose, and play not for revenge or pity, but for growth and wisdom. 5. The toxic positivist. You know this person. They radiate endless sunshine and rainbows, flooding conversations with cheerful emojis. They tell you to just be happy during tough times, dismissing your feelings with a wave of glittery optimism. Imagine your life as a garden with flowers, weeds, and pests. The toxic positivist insists you only see the blooms and ignore everything else. Don't let negativity into your garden. Though it sounds uplifting, their approach can leave you feeling misunderstood and disconnected from reality. Say you're heartbroken after a breakup, feeling sad and confused. The toxic positivist tells you there are plenty of fish in the sea. Just smile and be happy. This extreme optimism ignores the complexity of emotions and life's challenges. How do you protect your garden from being trampled by such indiscriminate cheer? One strategy is to engage them in conversations that acknowledge both light and shadow. If they say, "Look on the bright side, at least you have your health," you might reply, "Yes, I'm grateful for my health, but it's okay to feel sad about this too." Both feelings can exist together. You can also practice emotional granularity, the skill to identify and experience a broad spectrum of emotions, positive and negative. When the toxic positivist urges you to just be happy, pause and name your feelings. "I'm feeling a bit melancholic today because of X, and that's okay." Seneca reminds us, true happiness is understanding our duties to God and man, and enjoying the present without anxious dependence on the future. Stoicism isn't about ignoring hardship or obsessing over positivity. It's about embracing life's full complexity with balance. So next time toxic positivity floods your carefully tended garden, step back, Remember, it needs both sunshine and rain, and keep nurturing your emotions with the care they deserve. 6. The manipulator. Think of your life as a movie script. You're the lead actor with a vision of your story, your allies, and your climax. Then comes the manipulator, the shadowy director who rewrites your script behind the scenes, steering your story away from your goals. Manipulators excel at emotional and psychological control, using flattery, guilt, or deceit to bend you to their will. Maybe a friend often convinces you to pay for dinner with lines like, "I've had a tough month and you're so successful. It wouldn't be a big deal for you, but would really help me." Over time, you realize your generosity is exploited, yet confronting them feels awkward because they frame it as a favor. How do you handle manipulators? One tactic is fogging. Agree with any truth in their words, but resist emotional pressure. If they say, "You're doing well, so you should cover dinner," respond, "You're right, I've been fortunate, but let's split the bill like usual." Another approach is to set clear, firm boundaries. If asked for money or favors you're uncomfortable with, say no calmly and clearly. "I can't lend money, but I'm here for support." This keeps the relationship without compromising your limits. Epictetus taught us we can't control external events, but always choose how we respond. Manipulators depend on predictable reactions, your kindness, guilt, or need for approval. By changing your responses, you reclaim your story. If a manipulator lurks in your life, remember, you hold the pen. Your journey is yours to write. Don't let anyone hijack your narrative. 7. The time vampire. Imagine your daily routine as a finely tuned symphony, each instrument a task or commitment, all harmonizing beautifully. Then the time vampire arrives, screeching off key, drowning your melody in chaos. Time vampires aren't always malicious. They might seem harmless. A coworker who constantly interrupts with trivial questions, or a friend who invites you to endless social events you don't want to attend, draining your time and energy. Such interruptions might seem minor, but add up to serious disruption. How do you defend your symphony? One tool is the Pomodoro technique. Work in focused intervals, usually 25 minutes, separated by short breaks. During these periods, make it clear you shouldn't be disturbed, creating boundaries that protect your peak productivity. For social time vampires, remember that saying no is not rude. It's essential. You don't owe long explanations. A simple, "Thanks for the invite, but I can't make it," is enough. Declining isn't rejecting the person. It's honoring your priorities. Seneca said, "Life, if well lived, is long enough." Stoicism teaches us time is precious, the canvas on which we paint our lives. Be selective with where you invest your time. Ensure every note in your life,